That's right. We got another prediction right. Vamos! Wales 1-1. So that's right. You already know we're tired of. We're discussing the second match today, or I guess the first match today, the second one in the Euros. Another Group A matchup between Wales and Switzerland. And before we get started, okay, I'll admit it, right? You know, I expected, I realistically, I expected Switzerland to probably win this game. Though in my prediction video for match day one, I said Wales was going to tie it. You know, both teams were going to tie it 1-1, and it happened. That's right, both teams 1-1. Let's get right into it. So, as you can see, the first thing that's stand out other than the score, of course, is who scored. Mbolo, great player so far. From what I've seen, this is my first time seeing him play. And man, what a player he is! He's got so much speed. He's got a lot of talent so far, and that's why he scored. He uses that to his advantage. Uh, so great, great player for Switzerland right now. I think they should be upset right now because of what happened, but I think taking a point isn't the worst thing yet. And then Moore scored here, and he actually, we'll discuss this more, but actually, in the first half of the match, he had a good shot, a good chance against Switzerland, but Sommer here made a fantastic save. That would have been a goal there. And then also, speaking of Moore, he collided with a player from Switzerland, and then, I mean, yeah, he had the bandaged up. So yeah, he had a got bandaged up, but he still managed to score in the 74th minute. Game was almost over, and that's all she wrote. So the first thing to really notice again is the whole kind of scale of the game. It's the first match for these two teams, and now Group A's match day one's over. We really have a thought now to look at where Group A standing. And to me, Switzerland did play a lot better. They were more aggressive. I think they played more offensive as well. Overall, it was a better game for Switzerland. The problem, I think, with them is just finishing. As you can see here, they had 18 total attempts, and four on target, 8 were um, off target, and 6 were saved. Um, so and they clearly had that advantage over them with the shots and stuff, but they just couldn't finish. And we noticed that in that first half too, there were so many chances for Switzerland to finish, and they didn't. And here's an interesting thing: the first 10 minutes, Wales and Switzerland, it looked like it was going to go back and forth. It looked like for every Wales attack, there'd be a Switzerland attack. For some reason, after that 10th minute mark, it was like the 15th minute or whatever, from pretty much 15th until the 49th minute goal from Mbolo. Wales was just playing defense the entire time, and it was weird because it wasn't like yesterday's game of Turkey, where Turkey was playing aggressive, but it was more of a defensive aggressive game. This is more of Wales was playing how Wales should have played, and then sorry about that, guys. Wales was playing the way they should have been playing, and then they just decided to play defense for some reason, and it didn't work, as you can see that 49th minute goal. Um, Wales should have done, I think they shouldn't have to play more aggressive, but committing to the defense that early in the game is really, to me, a bad sign of things to come. Because, like I said with the Turkey game, what's the point of defending something that hasn't even happened yet? They didn't have a lead. Why would you want to preserve a draw when 0-0? Playing all 90 minutes defensive, it's just a ludicrous idea, to me at least. It's a very abnormal idea to do. I just don't see how it works. It's just an idea to me that I can't get behind. But the possession, once again, clearly in Switzerland's favor. So these are 2 games now where possession was clearly one team's favor. But the thing that separates Switzerland and Italy is the finishing. Italy had, I feel like they had similar chances, but Italy was able to finish them all. And yes, Wales and Turkey, I feel like, are 2 different teams. And Turkey, to me, is a lesser team than Wales. But I just feel like Switzerland needs to be more consistent and proficient with their finishing They can't allow this to happen next game here. I don't think they're going to win match day. The second game, no way Switzerland beats um, Italy. It's also so the games that going to be the game's going to be in Rome. That's a disadvantage again. It's Italy. Italy just did wonders here, and like I said, I would love to see Italy do better. So if Italy can play better than they did yesterday, Switzerland has no chance. Not saying this was a bad game for Switzerland, but the problem lies in their finishing ability here. They did everything right, but not everything was perfect. And 10 minutes, like 10 minutes spot from the goal, from the 49th to the 59th minute, Switzerland had so many opportunities. They had Wales on the ropes, and they kind of let Wales regroup a bit, and that was the big problem. It was a corner kick that they conceded that allowed the goal. It was a beautiful header um, from Moore, and then there was a late substitution that was made for the Switzerland team. The Swiss team had a late substitution, and that player actually like came off the pitch or came on the pitch and instantly scored. He made a big play. Unfortunately, it didn't count. It was unfortunate right there, but you know, here he is, Mario God Vonic. That's the man. He scored, but it was offsides. And then he had another chance, but he almost scored again. It was offsides. But I think right there, maybe to me, what Mario did deserves a starting spot for the Italian game, because if Switzerland's having problems with finishing, that's the man who's going to do it. He just needs to work on staying on sides. Um, but that's the man right there, Mario Gadvanic here. That he scored, was offside, so he just has to work on that, I think, to really make an impact on the Switzerland team. If that goal stayed, if it was not offsides, Switzerland would have won 2-1. And they probably should have won this game, I think. Now, the good news for Wales, however, is they managed to tie the game up, equalize the game, late 75-minute goal, so that's good for them. And they played Turkey. Um, so that's a good thing for them. Turkey, I feel like Wales has more of a chance to win that game than Switzerland, and they have to win that game, because if they lose that game or tie that game, I don't see them beating Italy at all. Anyways, and like I said, there he is, Mbolo, man of the match, clearly deserves that. He definitely did a lot for the Swiss team today. And then now another thing to discuss here is the group and where these teams are. So Italy stands alone in first place with 3 points. Wales and Switzerland tied for second, and then Turkey's in last. So the good thing for the Turkish team is that even though they lost 3-0, they still have a chance now because of Wales and Switzerland. Had Switzerland or Wales won this game, it would have been a bit of a struggle because they would have to win their game and then also you know keep the fact that goal differential is obviously a factor that for them because they're already -3 since they lost 3-0. But now with these teams tying, if Turkey does manage to beat Wales, no matter what Italy or Switzerland do, Turkey would be at least in third place, and I don't see Switzerland winning that game. So I'd see Turkey being in third, or second, I should say. But overall, I feel like this was a good game for the Swiss. Switzerland definitely did a lot this game. They had so many opportunities, just couldn't finish. I think Mbolo needs to finish more. Shaqiri needs to actually be more productive. He's a great player, but for me, he just didn't do that extra thing that could have potentially given Switzerland the win. Mario, late sub, came on and he did his part. He almost scored, just the offsides right there. But for the first time, we saw VAR change the decision of the game, change the course of the game in the Euros here. That was a pretty, I guess, eventful thing. I don't know, but overall, it was a solid performance for Switzerland. Wales has to, I think, play less conservative. They were playing too defensive, and they managed to tie up, but they had to play more aggressive, and that's where that goal came from. Other than that, I mean, they allowed that goal in the 49th minute, and we can't always play that way where you play defensive until they score on you, then you go out attack. Because what are the chances? I mean, it's very hard to score in general, so it's, for me, it's like, why would you want to put yourself in a position where you're already playing fearful and then you gotta play catch up? To me, if you're playing a defensive game right away, you're already playing catch up because you're already in this mentality that you're not gonna do well. So those are my opinions. But overall, it was a solid game. They just, Switzerland, fix your attacking, or not fix your attacking, but just work on your finishes. Wales has to play a bit more aggressive, and I think we'll see that in the Turkish game. And I'll make another video after the Belgium Finland, or not Belgium Finland, my bad, the Denmark Finland game here. I predicted Denmark to win that game 3-0. Right now I'm 2 for 2, not only on what happened, but the scores of the games as well. Anyways, that's it for now. Catch me later on the next video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hopefully you guys have a good one.